Alright guys, it's been a long time since I actually posted on this channel. If you look back at the other videos, you'll see it's a Market Fiesta ST. So a lot's changed since that. The last video was like having that for 2 years, and I've nearly had it for 4 now. But as you can see, it's very different now. I've come down to my usual filming spot, St James's Park. Very sunny day in Newcastle, perfect for the top down, as is this car. So I've gone for an Abarth 124 Spider, and just wanted to sort of talk about why I chose this car and how obviously it's very, very different from what I had before. I think especially power wise, so the ST was a Revo Stage 2, 260 horsepower, 400 torque. This is 170 horsepower and 250 torque. But I've owned this car for just about, literally a week today. And from driving it around, I've taken it around all the good B roads, driven it on the motorway a long time because I was picked it up in Coventry. And I've got to say, very much enjoy it. And very little negative things to say about it. I think from that first 27 seconds you could tell it was the sound of it for a start. It just sounds so good. It's a very comfy place to sit. Having the option to put the roof down especially. So the only real negative thing I would say is that it didn't come with cup holders, but thanks to eBay for £5, that's been sorted. And because it's so light, I think it's just over a ton, you can't really tell the much difference in the power. It still feels quite quick. Another big difference from the ST, automatic gearbox, and it's not something I thought I would have or ever get, but I think having the options with the flappy paddles, it's still really fun to drive, and just the power you get from just putting your foot down on this, it still feels quite quick. So essentially what you got with these cars is Abarth are a division of Fiat, and they took their cars like the 124 and the 500, and Abarth just soup them up a little bit, tune them up to be a bit quicker, and just make them look better in general, and they'll add more power. And this car, essentially, the chassis of it is a Mazda MX-5, and I remember one time when I turned it on, like just for a millisecond, a little Mazda logo flashed up, so you can tell it is the foundations of an MX-5, and Abarth have just made it, in my opinion anyway, 10 times better. Opened up the boot and the bonnet so you can get a bit of a feel for that. Not exactly a car built for practical storage. AMG Mercedes, best F1 team. But it fits like a decent sized suitcase in there, and a weekly shop. It's absolutely fine. Massive front end engine here. I love that you can just see the turbo there. It's really nice. And the weight distribution in general, you can just throw this thing into corners. I'll hopefully get some footage of actually taking it for a drive. Big brake kit comes as standard. I think that's the thing as well. Everything on this car, with the ST, I put everything on it that I possibly could. And with this one, I wanted to get a car that I could just get, and out of the box it would be absolutely fine. And I feel like it is. There is a stage 1 pack you can get for it, but at the moment I'm just enjoying driving it so much, I don't think it needs it. And also shout out to Adam at Sutton Park Group in Coventry. We're sorting this, I'll put a link to them. Really good service. The only real plans I think that I have is, because I'm doing the NC 500 around the coast of Scotland in June, so I think I want to put some PS5 tyres on it, because it's currently still got winter tyres on, which is great. In the rear wheel drive in the summer, or in the winter even. That's going to be interesting, drifting around. And then potentially a private plate. I think that'll be it. But otherwise, I'm probably not going to do much to it because I'm really happy with it out of the box. One modification I did do though was this stumpy aerial, because as stock it's like this massive long aerial. It looks like a bit of an RC car, so I changed that. I think that's a nice little subtle change. Interior wise, pretty basic, very clean, nice bit of suede there. One thing I do love about it, software wise, it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which doesn't come as standard in most of them. However, I would recommend that you get it. I think it's just an essential option in most cars these days. Another thing to point out, the top roof couldn't be simpler to use. So you literally just flick this and you got this big hook here, and that's it. And same again, and it just clicks down. Big fan of that. Just again touching on the interior, it's a very nice place to sit. Nice leather seats that are heated, very good heated seats. Even on the normal setting, it's quite hot. Storage wise, you've just got a little cubby hole here, which is good for sunglasses. And here, this little metal plaque here has got the build number. This is 566, and just a little bit of storage in there for a water bottle or little things like that. Which is minimalistic. I quite like the minimal feel in here, and I think, yeah, it's just a very nice place to be. I'm looking forward to all the little summer drives that I'm going to go on with the top down, and even in the winter I think it'll still be very nice. So follow the Instagram for any sort of updates and some really good photos. I've got a couple of great friends who I do a lot of filming with a drone and some good cameras, so there'll be plenty of footage there, so I'll put the link to that. But just every time I get in and start it up, I just never get bored of that shot. No! I'm not filming that again. Oh God.